It's Wednesday, which means it's game day. Dr. Sandra Martell is with us tonight from the Winnebago County Health Department. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So we're playing a game about different members of the health department, kind of?
Yes, it's kind of to let people know about the different roles public health workers play. So we have a little bit of a story to kind of get started with that. So we're going to start.
Yeah, you were working with our producers on this one, so I don't really know what's happening, but I think something's going to come on the screen, and I have to guess what they do, right?
That's right.
Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay. My work involves going out into the community to meet with clients in their homes or another location that they feel most comfortable. I provide support and resources to nurse their best possible health during pregnancy, coordinate care with their health care provider. Well, I know her name's Gina. I have no idea. I'm not going to win this game.
Gina is a public health nurse.
Oh, okay.
So Gina is a public health nurse with the Better Birth Outcomes program, which is a high-risk pregnancy program that goes out to pregnant women's homes to provide them education, advocate for their care, help support them through their pregnancy to improve outcomes. So that is one of our initiatives to address maternal mortality in our community and infant mortality. So during her visit, Gina identifies from the client that she's not been feeling well and that she had dinner with some friends and they are also ill. And so Gina, being the astute public health nurse that she is, comes back into the office to talk to our communicable disease control.
Okay, all right. I think we have another person. We'll start with Jennifer. This is Jennifer. She talks with residents about sensitive, confidential health information, identifying any connections between reported illnesses and sources of the disease, working with organizations like long-term care facilities and schools to help identify potential sources of a disease outbreak within populations and help prevent further spread. This sounds really important. I don't know what the title is.
Jennifer's a disease investigator.
Okay, that is a cool title, actually.
So part of that is, you think about CSI, she gathers all the clues. So she will reach out to Gina's pregnant client and say, I heard you weren't feeling well, and I heard that your friends also weren't feeling well. And so this is where sometimes people get a little nervous, like, what do you mean? And do I have to share that information? Well, you do, because we're really trying to find out what potentially made everyone sick at that particular event, party, or whatever that is. And so Jennifer and her team will ask people intimate, I'm going to say details. What did you eat in the past 72 hours? What did you have at that party where everyone, got a little sick or ill? And so she will then identify, if they can, a common cause. So and that becomes like the next step on this. So from the pregnant woman reporting the incident, the client, to Gina, to Jennifer and her team doing the investigation with the friends, they determine that lettuce may be involved, and they report that to
this next person, imagine, who I'm going to guess. Okay, I was going to guess it was a guy for some reason. Just, we haven't had any yet. So Brian, who ensures that food is kept at the right temperatures and prepared properly, adequate hand washing, food workers take appropriate measures to prevent cross-contamination. This is the health department. Well, I mean, this is all the health department, but this is what we think of visiting restaurants, right?
Brian is a food inspector.
Okay.
And so as a food inspector, not only does he do routine, so making sure all of our establishments in Winnebago County include our beautiful mobile food trucks that we just had last night at Sinisippi Park, they make sure that all of those are able to prepare food correctly, that they're storing food correctly. And so part of it would be to then go and find out. And what he finds out is they all ate salad from Jennifer, and he goes to find out where, what brand of lettuce these, this particular establishment was using, and find it comes out from an establishment. We're going to make up a name, everyone. Jumping Jack's, food lettuce emporium.
Love it.
So at that point, he then gathers specimens. He will check the temperatures in the coolers. He'll ask them, was there any breakdown? Were there any concerns that they had during this time frame? Sometimes coolers break over the summer months or even winter months. Maybe the sinks weren't working properly. But he finds out he may collect specimens then of the actual food and lettuce samples that they will then send off with our communicable disease investigator, Jen. They will get involved with the Centers for Disease Control and the Illinois Department of Public Health to have that lettuce tested. So from our pregnant client, now to the disease investigator, now to our food inspector. And so at that point in time, we will also pull the food from, the establishment, right? We don't want anyone else getting sick at this point. So at that point, they determined that this lettuce may be contaminated. And this is, you were starting to hear more and more of those recalls and type
Sure.
products. So the next person that gets involved with this then is
The last person? You'll have to tell me what this one is. We're running close to out of time. So what's this person's job?
Neva Ramos is one of our, she's a communication specialist.
Okay.
Her job is to communicate with
To
the
tell
public
everybody.
so that they know that that lettuce is contaminated and to discard or what they need to do next.
Look at that. I loved this game. Thank you so much for visiting
Thank
us
you
tonight.
for giving us an opportunity
Yeah,
to
you
share.
can visit all of their social media pages, website, get more details about what everyone does with the Winnebago County Health Department. One more thing with Eyewitness News, sports anchor Reagan Holgate is next. We'll be right back.